What's going on? Welcome to Friday Night Crew FNC Special Edition. It's on a Saturday. We wanted to bless you guys with some of these good topics and get rocking and rolling. We weren't going to miss an opportunity to talk to you guys about what's going on. So, hey, I'm one of the hosts, co-hosts, Will, and I got Shannon on my, I guess it's on your right. So, go ahead, Shannon.
Good, good evening. I'm Shannon Woods. Glad to be here. Hope everybody is enjoying their Saturday evening.
Then we got D.
Hey everybody. Hope everybody's having a nice Saturday. It is a rainy Saturday, but it can still be enjoyable. It's what you make of it.
Oh yeah, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that rain though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just soothing and all that kind of stuff like that. So I look forward to that. I hope everybody's have had a good start of a weekend as far as Friday. You got high school football back. You got all kinds of stuff that's coming. College football, NFL, a lot of stuff's picking up. That kind of things like that. So very enjoyable like that. And I hope everybody have a safe football season. Prosper. Go see these kiddos. Support the community. Support the middle school and the high schoolers. Cause they put that work in. Support those coaches, and all that kind of good stuff. So let's go ahead and get it rocking and rolling. Get it started. Let's go in the grab bag and see what we got. And let's go ahead and drop this one. This one was a biggie right here. Four Louisville police officers charged in the Breonna Taylor probe. The FBI went ahead and continued to did their thing, stepped in, and decided they was going to go ahead and charge these police officers. We all know, we from Louisville, 502. Uh, Very big, became everything as far as global news about the shooting death of Breonna Taylor, uh, which was definitely should have been avoidable big time. So, Shannon, what you got on this?
Mm, thank God. That's all I'm saying is thank God. Hopefully they will get whatever's coming to them as far as the max. I just hated that it took so long for this to come about, and it's pretty sad that the FBI had to step in because our local people could not do their job. So I'm just grateful to God. I hope to see it on out. I hope they get whatever time is needed and deserved for committing this crime and killing Miss Taylor. So thank God.
I agree with Shannon. It is pretty sad that someone had to step someone out of Kentucky. We had to go out of Kentucky. Kentucky's justice system basically to have this handled, but I'm glad it was handled. And there's still some names floating around that need to be addressed. Daniel Cameron being one. I think that this is just the beginning, and it's still more to come. But thank goodness, and I'm very, very glad that this has finally happened. It's late, but it's happening, and that's how we have to look at it. And so, hopefully, again, there'll be some other things being addressed, other individuals being addressed.
Yeah, you guys hit the nail on top of the head. That right there, too many times a lot of this happens. We know these shootings, these killings, these unnecessary deaths that you don't get any kind of outcome on that. You know what I'm saying? You just get a lawsuit, and the FBI and them, the federal, maybe they step in, look at it as deem okay or whatever. But for them to go ahead and do this is huge. And like
Mhm.
D and Shan's, but said that there's some other people that deserve some time or something, and I hope that happens
Mhm.
because I understand some people got to do their job and stuff like that, but right is right and wrong is wrong, and they stepped up to the plate and they hit a grand slam. They got four of them. They got four RBIs, but I think it's about three more RBIs out there for them to go ahead and get. Hopefully
Mhm.
they will.
Absolutely.
Hopefully they will, because it shouldn't just stop with those four officers. Let's put it that way. So
Absolutely.
I'm happy that did happen. I'm glad, but like Dee and Sharon said, I wish it didn't have to go to the outside ramification of the arenas to get that. As far as the federal, we should have been able to handle that right here in the state of Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that, but it didn't. But okay, let's move on. Thank you for doing that, and you know what I'm saying. It's not over, pretty much.
Mm, mm,
All right, this next one, we not laughing about it because of it, but Brittany Griner given 9 years of drug possession and smuggling. What I'm laughing at is because we talked about this months ago, uh, and I didn't think that we would have to talk about it again. I thought that Miss Brittany would probably, you know what I'm saying, get hit on the hand and let go. But we understand this is a political movement about Russia because they had another young lady that was arrested with more stuff than Brittany had,
mm,
fined less than Brittany, and only got 2 months. And
mm.
it was American. It was an American white woman that didn't get anything
They're on vacation.
on vacation, right?
Yeah.
Now, Brittany works in Russia because she's on the basketball team at Russia, right? So it's like,
Who vacation?
that's,
Come on.
I mean, I don't know. But so I guess some people like to see Moscow. Some,
Might be a hometown, or who knows? Somebody where she
yeah,
originated
maybe a
from. Who
family, maybe
knows?
a family.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel you. No, I feel you. That's a good,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a good question. I mean, I wouldn't, but you know, unless unless the green is right, and that's why they go over and play ball. But I didn't think that we was gonna, you know, going to be over it, but now it's bigger than life. 9 years for drug possession, smuggling. It's now who? What can we get the United States to do to bring her home? And I always been an advocate of like, okay, I understand that, that's fine, but there's a lot of other ones too. I hope it's just not her. It need to be a package deal. But you best believe Russia's going to ask for somebody probably who sold information versus a
Who killed a lot of Americans? That's what they
right,
said.
right,
Yeah.
versus a basketball player.
Mhm. Mhm.
Shannon, go ahead. You go ahead.
It's not intentional. Who are you talking to me or D?
Yeah, Shannon, go ahead.
I just think it's they are gonna try to play the cards. They're gonna try to get whoever that they can get. Some I had heard whatever guy they was trying to negotiate with was somebody who killed a lot of Americans or something like that. I might be wrong. So, but I think they're gonna try to get the worst of the worst
Yep.
to get back over there or whatnot. 9 years, my gosh! And then when I did see the other lady who got that short amount of time, I'm like, what what's up with that? You know, and correct me, was it a vapor? What was it that she actually had?
I
Was
think
it a
it was the either the cartridge or the oil. I think it was the cartridge or the oil that you put in that. You know how they got the ability to smoke the little this, you know, the vapors. You know, the
yeah?
little cigarette electrical things that you put cartridge in and oil. I think she had
Hmm.
cartridge of that, and
So it
that's
wasn't no weed. It wasn't that. It
well,
wasn't
you know, you can get those the oil that's
the oil base.
they
Okay,
got
gotcha,
you
gotcha.
know the marijuana, you know, chemicals.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's what she had.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm sorry.
No, you
Just to
fine.
get
No, you
clarification on it. 9 years. Wow. I just said, that's that's crazy to me. Um, but I'm like you. Hopefully they get a package deal. They bring some other people back that's over there in prison. So I just hope it all works out. I hope she doesn't have to stay 9 years over there.
woo, did what
Because
you
I
got.
heard that they said
Uh,
the camps are not too pleasant.
right.
So
What you got, D?
Yeah, this has been one. I agree with you, William, at the beginning in regards to why is this why did this has this gone on so long, and why do we, we at this point we have to discuss in terms of the 9 years and this whole negotiation and this game of checkers and chess that's going on. It's just ridiculous, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Is they trying to exchange her for the worst of the worst, and it's just something that in terms of again, who in American would go over during vacation. I mean, really, in terms of look at it, how it's done and how they treat people, and
Mm-hmm.
in this situation right here, in terms of why she was even held this long is ridiculous,
Right.
and it's just a mess. I think it's a mess, and I'd be glad when it's resolved. And I think it's more to come, and more games to be played. Unfortunately, as far as just for her to actually step back on American soil.
You know what? And the thing about it is, and I know people probably get tired of me saying it. And the only reason why I say that package deal because there's a lot of Americans that are over there. That's been
Mm-hmm.
over there, and
Mm-hmm.
I understand. You know the squeaky wheel get the oil. You know what I'm saying? So you got WNBA, you got the NBA, you got they got the media that's really pumping it, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. Please, I beg you, if you're gonna do that, bring back some other ones too. That's all
Right.
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying because I don't think her life is more valuable than the next. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. If you're gonna do it, do it. And it's all about pressure. What kind of
Mm-hmm.
pressure can we put on Biden and everybody? From the sports world. Well, you know what? Maybe it's a journalist over there. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So like, come on, man. I mean, let's be real about it. And you know that if when you do that, you are gonna have like you guys are saying it, the worst of the worst. They're gonna want somebody that did some crazy crime over here, and you
Oh yeah,
gonna have to give them
absolutely.
up. You're gonna have to give somebody. Who them are not gonna let
Right.
a whole body.
Someone who brought in oils, that's what you're gonna ask for. So the worst of the worst for someone who brought in some oils.
Right, right,
Yeah, absolutely.
right. And we know that's gonna happen because
Mm-hmm.
that machine is going. It's cranking up. It's getting bigger. It's big. ABC News, MSNBC News. Everybody's getting it.
Mm-hmm.
And this young lady, this woman has been over there almost a damn year. It's heading quickly. Before this resolves, she's gonna be. I mean, because I think she got what it was in January, something like that.
Was it January?
January, February, something. It's so we already in
Oh wow.
before you know it, yeah, she's serving big time. And it's crazy because you said, well, in America, for that you get some fine and have to serve a little bit, maybe depending on your lawyer. But also, Americans are also the ones who put away drug dealers for life,
Mm-hmm.
for life. But somebody kills somebody, they only get like 9 to 10 years. So
Absolutely.
we do silly stuff too. You
Oh, absolutely.
so there's a lot of drug dealers is in there serving life. So hey, I just hope it works out. So, um, you know, Brittany, so she can get home to her family and all this.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that I understand that people got to make money, and she's getting paid like $1 million to play basketball, and that kind of stuff like that. But they're gonna make you think twice before. Well, actually, you shouldn't be smuggling nothing anyway. I mean, we all know that. But like we said, she's been doing that. That ain't nothing new. This next one is a banger. I almost didn't bring this out because I almost forgot about it because it seemed like it just been a while when it dropped.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
But the guy,
Please, girl.
Bishop Whitehead's church was robbed during mass, and actually was live and all this kind of stuff like that. So the thing about it is, he claimed that he's got $400,000 worth of jewelry that was stolen when they robbed him, the gunmen, and all this kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure everybody's done seen this. We just haven't talk about it. So you had that happening. He's on, talking about the people put a gun to his wife, his daughter. People was making fun, talking about how you got $400,000 in the church look like in shambles or this a startup. He's saying he got on the whole block. He's got a church being built. He's been on lots of shows or different things. Also, now his background is coming up, and he is not the cleanest of the clean. He's got a background that's out of this world. Out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Mr.
Yep.
Hold on, we got one more joining us real quick.
All right.
We got one more joining.
Party.
That's good. All right, cool. We got Mr. Mark
Hello, hello.
building joining us in perfect timing. Mr.
Hey.
Hey.
Perfect timing for the simple fact We got the Bishop Don
Hold
Juan.
on, because I can't hear you. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. So, and I'll start about. I just want to put this up here so I can do his thing, get him lined up. All right, got that. But the thing about it is his past is all up in the media now. Everything is big time. So um, he's been on shows. He's been confrontational on shows. I know everybody's probably pretty much
Woo,
him
Lord.
on that one show when he was saying everything that's definitely not a man of cloth should be saying. He basically attacked, the host. From he claimed they was making fun of him, all this kind of stuff. It was really bad. I just never seen nothing like that in my life. So, hey, welcome, Mark. We talking about Bishop Whitehead's church that was
What's
robbed
going on?
during the mask and all that kind of stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, who wants to jump in and talk about this one first? Nobody. Okay.
Now I heard about it, but I really
You know
didn't
what?
know.
I just
I
thought,
really
oh,
don't
go
know
ahead.
all the details on it, but I heard about
Yeah.
it.
No, you fine. You fine. The whole thing about it is that basically it, $400,000 worth of jewelry that was taken off of him in doing robbery. Dude's got videos. He's flashing a lot. He's doing all kinds of stuff. He's got Finley. I don't know if you guys seen the video when he took her people on tour on his closet, his prayer closet. He's got all these suits, these Finley, Gucci, all this kind of stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm,
So, uh,
mm-hmm.
Shan, what you got on this?
Well, it just it did look suspect. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, I hate for anybody to definitely coming to church to get robbed like that. It just looked real suspicious. And then after I've seen that interview, and I was just like, wow, you are a priest, excuse me, a pastor, and you're saying all that stuff. I mean, he was calling the woman out of her name. He was calling the man out of his name. I mean, it was awful. But as far as that goes, I mean, I don't know what to think. I mean, should he be able to wear jury? I think so. I mean, it's his right. Whether or not it was staged or wasn't staged, or if it was staged, that was crazy because you have innocent people in there, and somebody could have got hurt. We hear about people staging robberies all the time, and then
Mhm.
something happens and somebody gets shot
Right.
accidentally. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't supposed to be like that. So I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, it's a terrible thing for people to come in and rob any place, and definitely a church. But then also those two were the only ones that got robbed. Was him and the wife, correct? Is
Uh,
that is that
did the
right?
wife? Did the wife get a? I didn't know if she got a rob. I know he did.
But that's what they were saying. Him and the wife
Okay.
got the jury robbed. Is that right, Dion? Does anybody know? So I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
know,
don't know if they
I know
were
that
only
I know
two.
that he had like four.
Yeah, I don't know if they were only two.
I know. I know he. Had, I don't know how many she had, but I know he had 400,000. D, what you think about this?
I'm kind of like Shannon. It's a big question mark on a lot of things, and then to me, the interviews were so distracting because he was just so much. I don't know if it was out of character or just to say what character he was in because it was just really awful in terms of just, I guess, the direction that the interview went, and I'm sure that wasn't the intent. So, as Shannon said, it's just a awful situation, period. But it's just like again, I was just distracted by his performance, and no one deserves to have anything stolen from it. If it was staged, and definitely that was something. It went wrong. It went wrong, and again, just a big question mark for me.
Uh, and like I said, to me, I'll jump in because I just like just seeing those interviews and him attacking, people and he was on the defense big time. Really wouldn't even talk. He basically wanted to basically say, why y'all talking about my church, talking about this, people could get hurt and all. And you're right. But they only went to you. Your your parishioners, your people in church, they didn't take nothing from them. They took things from you. And if they took anything from your wife, that's because she's probably wearing jewelry too. And you can wear jewelry whatever you need to, you know what I'm saying, at church and all this. But for you to have $400,000 worth of jewelry on in church,
Yeah, that's crazy.
that don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. Like, come on, bro. That's pretty much bad business. And I just hope, because the thing about it, when something like that, because, that, what you going to do? You're going to claim insurance, right? So, he's already been arrested before for fraud and all this kind of things. He's always got people, a lawsuit going on. He's, like I said, people are not going to be on his side. Let's just put it that way. So, the crazy thing is that if that's happening and it's true happening, you don't need to be on nobody's show calling a woman a fat bitch, all this kind of stuff. Not calling another guy out of his name, gay terms and stuff like that, because you're upset. You basically was roasting them as a man of the cloth. I mean, envision your own
Yeah.
It's
reverend,
terrible.
bishop, priest going on the show
Yeah.
and cussing, calling people crazy names. I'm like, that ain't how you handle business. And like,
Hmm.
I would not be surprised that we'll see in some months that he's gonna get arrested again for some fraudulent things, and that's gonna be a wrap. Period. So, Mark, you got
Oh,
anything?
it's all getting ready
I'm
to
going.
come out now. It's all getting.
Oh yeah, it's all gonna come out. Mark, you got
I
anything?
said it's all getting ready to come out now.
The part that I don't understand is why do he got $400,000 worth of jewelry on at church? That's kind of crazy to me. You're not a rapper. You're a pastor. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like I don't
Mm.
understand that. That's crazy to me. And if it was staged, hey, he gonna have to answer to that.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Absolutely.
That's nuts.
Well, and so if you Google him, and you can live your life. Anybody can live their life. But if you Google him, you see pictures of him and John. You'll see all kinds of him flashing his stuff. Like, you in New York, and I'm not saying New York is like that, but anybody who's you let's put it this way, you make yourself a target because you flashy
Hmm.
and you act like you a rapper
Hmm.
or somebody. Dude, come on, man, stop the madness. But Bishop Whitehead, good luck with that one, brother. All right,
Right.
the next one we got right here, and I almost got like two things similar, but it's somewhat different. This one, actress Melanie Lindsay was body shamed on the set of Kind of Ugly, and actually she was actually starving herself to get into role. And if you guys remember, that's the one with Tyra Banks. They on the, they dancing, kind of
Mm.
Hmm.
ugly and things like that. And I brought this up because body shaping out, this happened years ago, but that still is prevalent now. You got a lot of people that still talk about people's weight and different stuff like that. And it took a while for her to come out, but I mean that goes on. And so what happens is, not only is it affected as far as the in the movie industry, you got school stuff happens. You got school is starting up. You got kiddos who look at you and all this kind of stuff, body shaming, this bullying period, or this the dirty dozen. You know what I'm saying? Because that bullying term, I don't like to use it a lot because sometimes it's jokes and stuff like that. That kind of thing, which now it's
Hmm.
all coming on the bullying. But these kids are going back to school, elementary, middle school, high school, college, whatever, and kiddos and adults can be cruel. You never know what people's going through at work, at school, whatever.
Hmm.
Among your friends, you got some that people, some of your so-called buddies is talking about you like a dog too. So my thing is that I think it's very a prevalent conversation to have about body shame. Body shame, you know what I'm saying, is not just you know just in school, it's everywhere. So then you got now we're in the age of people who are like saving money to get BBLs and different things like that,
Mm-hmm.
having their body sculpted in a certain way to be accepted. Or and don't get me wrong, get some that's like, hey man, I always wanted a booty, track muscles, and men get it too. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever abs, things like that. But I think we are in a age now that, for real, everybody's gonna pretty much know somebody who had a BBL or lipo or
Mm-hmm.
extension, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. So that's why I brought this to the table. Please welcome to dive in on this.
Hmm.
So they hold on.
Yeah.
So they was talking about her because she was starving herself.
No, they was talking about it because she was too big, and she got to a
Okay. See.
she got to
Well,
a size,
and you know what? Can I?
wait. She got to a
She was
size four.
size 4.
Yeah,
And what's so crazy?
go ahead.
Yeah,
And they still was talking about it.
What?
yeah, she was in a size
Mm.
4, and they would still have her to put spandex on, and she was a size 4. And
Oh, it's small.
reportedly, the
Oh
wardrobe
Lord, have
people
mercy.
or something said something about we didn't know we was gonna have girls like you,
Wow.
and this is just this sad, and definitely for her to recall this. Obviously, this was uh, this was traumatizing. That's when you recall stuff like that in a negative context, that's PTSD.
Right.
And so, when you this and for her years after to still, just be thinking about this, and this goes on all the time. And again, when I read that she was a size 4
4.
at that time, y'all know how old that
Mm.
movie is.
That's like what
At
year was that,
size
Dion?
How,
4,
what was the
What
movie
year?
made?
Do you know what year that was?
What year is the movie?
wait a minute, I can look up.
No, I can check it out too. Coyote Ugly.
2000,
That's great. Two. So we're talking about 22
Wow.
years ago.
2000.
22 years ago.
22 years ago.
PTSD, like you said, and she's been acting in a lot of stuff since then.
Hmm.
Not good. Not
Hmm.
good at all.
Hmm.
I don't know who she is. I need to
Yeah,
look
she
her
was
up.
already just for that role. She was starving herself just for that role,
And get
and
always
still have that experience. And you can only imagine how this is going on now. Still,
right,
it's still going on now. And it's not just the size 4. It's period. It's just going on. It's ridiculous. Just body
Mhm.
shaming, period, and just not allowing as far as an acting skills, and then also in terms of if she wasn't fit for the role, then you should never hire her.
right,
Why bring on the set and just ridicule her? Why
right,
bring on the set and ridicule her?
right. Yep.
Mm.
Shane, yeah, Mark.
Yeah. I'm no, I just think it's a shame. I mean,
Go ahead,
you
Shan.
could go to where you have people who are absolutely heavy, they get body shamed, and then you can have people who are real thin to get body shamed. It's just people just need to mind their own
Mm-hmm.
business. And if you want to lose weight, you lose weight, and if you don't, you don't. But you said something. I don't recall, and maybe it's just me. Like people will get the lipos, weight loss surgeries, those surgeries and those such. But the BBLs was something to me within the last couple of years. That's all you hear about. Them going over to
Yep.
Mexico or wherever they're going to go get this BBL. It's just, I mean, that's a little different to me versus weight loss or a breast reduction versus just getting, so because you want a big booty or whatever. So I mean, I don't. It's just,
Yeah, the couture, the
it's
body,
different.
the
It's just
body.
different. I just think people need to.
No, I'm saying like couture, the body
Is
reshaping,
that what you say?
body reshaping. You know what I'm saying? The hips, the butt, bringing the waist, so like the couture. You know what I'm saying? That kind of
But
stuff.
most, Yeah, but most time when they get the big, I've been seeing some. Most time when they get the BBLs, they do just the big that part of it, and the legs look crazy. I mean, if you're gonna get it done, make sure you sculpting it right to where it looks right. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, I mean, to each his own. I mean, what I'm saying. If that's what you need to make yourself feel good and your self esteem to be high, go for it. Just be careful with it. Go for it, because plenty of people have died from having those surgeries. But if that's what you feel that you need to do to make yourself better, go for it.
Mark.
Right. First off, for them to body shame that woman is dead wrong. She's probably comfortable in her own skin. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody
Mm-hmm.
gets made fun of. You know what I'm saying? People call me fat. It is what it is. I'm cool with my skin, player. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do you have low self-esteem about yourself? You know what I'm saying? I feel like when people talk about other people, it's because
Yeah.
they got low self-esteem about themselves. It's
Right.
something about them that they don't
Absolutely.
like. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then with the little BBL thing, I mean, I'm old school. I'd rather go to gym, you know what I'm saying, lose the weight. Some people don't want to. They want fast
Mm-hmm.
results. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you gotta love yourself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You gotta be comfortable with yourself. You can't care what nobody
Absolutely.
else got to say, man. Love yourself. So I mean, it said that they did it like that, but
Absolutely.
love yourself at the end of the day.
Right. Right. At the end of the day,
Yep.
because at the end of the day, when you getting things done, like I said, and I'm like you guys, to each his own. If you want to have surgery, you have surgery. That's cool. I'm like Mark. You know what I'm saying? And I know the Shannon also is like, hey man, just exercise, eat right. It still understand that everything is not gonna look how it used to be when you was in your teenagers and early 20s.
Right.
That's life.
Tell me
You
about
know
it.
what I'm saying? That's life. You might you
Absolutely.
might have you might have a lump or two. But that's life.
I'm trying.
Right?
I'm trying.
Or women, or you know what I'm saying? Or women who have babies and things like that. Things ain't the
Yes, we
same.
do.
I understand that, and that's true. But like Shannon said, hey, whatever. If that's what makes you feel good. So my thing is, when you do that, it's always a chance of we have people that died from that. So you do what you gotta do. Do your due diligence and do your research on that procedure if you want to do that. Uh,
Absolutely. Do your research.
and then my thing is,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
once some other kind of fad comes in existence, you can't keep on cutting on your body. I mean, that's how I feel. You just can't keep on. But hey,
Right.
like I said, you got men getting up stuff too, getting all kinds of things. Also, it's not just a women's thing. And like Mark said, just go ahead. Feel good about yourself. And, hey, I know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to feel a certain way and be done a certain way. I understand that, but I don't know, man. That's a little bit too much for me. I can't roll like that. And as far as these kiddos,
Right.
you got to watch out who you making fun of, because you never know where or how their lifestyle is, and the way things are going. Kids is bringing guns and things like that, and I hate to see you be on that list that students coming after of. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just the way we live.
That's the scary
Lifestyle,
Right.
part when they do stuff like that. You
it ain't like back in the day when you could throw jokes and stuff and okay and live to see another day. Now you throw jokes, talk about somebody's
Mm,
way they look, but their parents, whatever stuff, and dudes come back with guns and stuff. So you might want to be mindful who you're throwing them jokes to, because you just never know. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what we live in today, society. This next one,
Right.
speak of thing, we have Alex Jones, Mister. Anyway, has to pay $45.2 million in punitive damages to Sandy Hook parents. If you don't remember that, that's the shooting that happened in 2012 in Connecticut, where you had 20, I think it was 26 people that was killed. 20 of them were students, elementary. Everybody shook the world like a lot of this, and still going on today. Still going on today. That's a problem. But you had him talking about it was a hoax. It was fake. Conspiracy. Stuff didn't exist.
mm.
What are you talking about? So this dude was doing this. He's one of them far left, far right guys who, you know what I'm saying, who hates Democrats and everything else.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy theory and you know what I'm saying, white supremacist type stuff like that too. Everything. And he got sued. And he lost. He got to pay this money. Because you think, what parent wants to hear that this stuff was made up by the government and your child is dead?
Right.
Ain't nobody want to hear all that, bro. What are you talking about? 26 people lost their lives to a 20-year-old. So 6 adults lost their lives, 20 kids. And you got somebody who's on the radio, who's on TV, talking about, man, this is bull, this is weak, this is fake news. We all know heard that term before, fake news. So they sued him and they won. His lawyer accidentally sent text messages to the other lawyer that was incriminating this guy. Now I don't know if that was a good deed or what. I think it was. I think, and then when that happened, the other lawyer had to let them know and everything else, and they didn't fight it. So I'm like, sound like somebody's lawyer was like, "You ain't worth crap. Yeah, you gonna get it." Because who does that? Who's sending all those texts from I think it was like 2 to 3 years of text messages of what he's talking about this stuff, which he lied on oath. He lied while he was in court saying, "I ain't do nothing of that. I ain't say nothing of that." And but dude was like, "Do you know I have all your text messages for the past 2 to 3 years when you saying this?" So
Right.
my thing is this. I brought this up
Mhm.
because first of all, no parent needs to hear all this. That's crazy. Truly crazy.
Um,
You have these shows that people just say anything, do anything, and I understand freedom of speech, but you know what? When you up here causing damage, you deserve to go and get split in the head like that, and he did.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody follow this? Y'all got anything to say on this?
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Oh,
I mean,
I, I
this
was
is new
looking
to
at it,
me, but
looking at some of them. He got
karma's the
what he
B, dog.
deserved.
Like he deserved it.
Let's say Mark and both of y'all was talking. Go ahead, Mark. Say it again.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mark, go ahead. Say it again.
My fault. I was just saying that karma's a B. Karma's a B, dude. That's what happens.
Run your mouth. Shannon, what was you saying? I'm sorry.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm just saying he got what he deserved, but they're saying that now other lawsuits are going to follow. Other parents are probably going to do the same thing. And hey, you open your mouth up like that, spreading those lies, get what you deserve. So pay the people, pay the people.
Pay the people. Dave, what you got?
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I was confused on what exactly, you know, what was his point and why. It's very devastating when parents and people who are associated with these tragedies have to relive again. This all it does is just resurface. It actually reminded me of when the uh, video was released of that recent shooting of the police officers and how the they
Oh
didn't
yeah.
deserve to see how long it took police officers to go in. But maybe that should have been done differently. And that's what this reminded me of, as far as it bringing, just resurfacing about what happened with this situation. Alex Jones is just that's just stupid.
Right, right. That's true. Yeah, because more and more videos and different things is happening. Like you said, with that more recent elementary, and they pulling cops back that wanted to go in and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean that right there. is a mess that
Mm.
it's going to be a lot of people fired in that department. All right.
Yeah,
Next.
that's yeah. We
Mm-hmm.
hadn't heard the end of that situation yet.
Yeah, right, right. That was ugly. And now, every school's got cameras and stuff, so you can say what you want to say, but the proof is in the pudding. That stuff.
Yep.
All right, this next one is for
Absolutely.
we talked about this a little bit
Oh
before.
Lord.
Now we seeing pictures, all kinds of stuff that you don't want to see. The stuff is real. Is in the United States. Monkeypox health emergency was declared. My goodness, it's real, and you know they saying that it
Yeah.
can't. Everything comes from Africa or Asia. Go figure. Uh, we back. We back.
The easy targets to blame.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's a damn shame. Now they saying somebody had sex with a monkey and all this kind of stuff like that. Because at first they said you can only get it if you was homosexual. Then they said, well, you can get it another way. You can get it this way, and it's contact. They don't know all kinds of stuff. And you know what? And I had a nice conversation with somebody. We was talking about this, but you know what? Did somebody have sex with a chicken for chicken pox?
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is this: like
Mm-mm.
monkeypox could have came from because like in some countries, monkey brain
Oh yeah, yeah,
monkey brains is a delicate. You know what I'm saying? They eat monkey brains, so it's like it's many ways.
yeah.
You
That is. That's true.
so
Delicacy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like let's not always say that somebody's having sex with an animal. That's what I'm saying. So monkeypox is real deal. What's
Yeah.
going on? What y'all think about this? Health emergency that's spreading quickly in
Uh,
the United States.
Hey, me. I, I tell you, I will say this much. It scares me. Looking at those pictures and of different people, it looks like it hurts. And I don't want no parts of it. The
Mm.
cover was bad enough. It's still around. It's still high. I don't want that neither. But that dang on monkeypox, no ma'am, no sir. I don't want no parts. Now I'm seeing more and more people with these.
Facts.
They got gloves on. I mean, and I don't blame them. I don't want nothing like that. I don't. So get out of my face. Stay away from me.
Don't
Let me walk. Worry about kind of. I'm sorry. It looks painful.
don't touch me.
Mm-mm.
None of that shit. Yeah. Mark or D, whoever.
Right.